Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. My name is Josh, and today we'll be covering Cardano and its token ADA. We'll be forecasting its USD pair forecast and then looking at it as a retirement vehicle potential. How many ADA tokens would you need to retire at different time periods? And as well as looking at the MVRV Z score based model if ADA is overvalued or undervalued. Before we do that, we'll just briefly look at the indicators of overall crypto market health. The sentiment in the last 24 hours, there are three major bullish narratives and three major bearish narratives. I'll briefly glance. Bitcoin, Ethereum are preferred by majority in DACH as a trust in crypto returns. Bitcoin price bounces back to 66K following weekend crash, and then crypto leaders celebrate Bitcoin friendly Swiss city new mayor. So that those are the three narratives. These are all scraped by our machine learning based model, crypto based bird based model, where we classify the sentiment into bearish, bullish, and neutral using our ML model. And then the three bearish narratives is Solana release update and its ongoing congestion. And then US economist says that his BTC ETF doomsday warning is coming true. I think that is a bearish narrative scraped by our model. And then popular blockchain platform releases a new update to fix some of the issues due to a meme coin craze. So this is kind of bearish per our model. If you disagree, please let me know in the comments. Coming to the PeakValley model, which scrapes which is a composite risk score for the overall riskiness in the market. If it's closer to a peak like this or closer to a valley, and based on if the risk scores are high or low. The currently the risk scores are depleting a lot. You can see middle of or end of March the risk was at around 0.35, which was at the middle of the road from 0.1 to 0.7. Now the risk has gone down day before yesterday at around 0.25, and now it's slightly climbing back up to 0.27. And the idea is when the market is close to the top, you can see the color code associated with it is dark red, and when the market is fairly less risky, the color code per this dashboard goes back to dark green. And entering to it during the valley phases is has been beneficial personally, and exiting or not entering during the topping phases is something that I want to continue doing on this channel and informing the community with this. And how this is calculated, this is calculating the risk return profile of the top 100 cryptos based on the volatility, alpha, beta, risk adjusted returns percent drawdown, to provide that holistic single metric to quantify the overall riskiness of the market and provide the risk return trade off at any phase of the market cycle for the community. So this is again not financial advice. Then let's go to the individual risk meter. Bitcoin still below zero point 0.5 risk, ETH slightly above it, and today's crypto, that is ADA, is slightly higher than ETH in terms of its risk journey, but not as high risk as some of the altcoins over here, AVAX, Doge, Sol, and also I think slightly higher risk than BNB, but less risky than Matic, and so on. You can check all of the risk journey for the top 50 cryptos, 20 to 50 cryptos on this risk meter. And now one further update that we have made over the last 24 hours to our word cloud based model is, instead of looking at the last 90 days of activity, we realized that the narratives in the cryptos market change on a dime. That's why we are focusing on only the last 7 days, and you can see that these are the last 7 days popular narratives scraped from YouTube and X, and looking at at the higher frequency, the narratives with higher frequency have a larger area. So still Bitcoin and crypto hold the those two keywords hold the most of the attention, but you can see Cardano is coming up. Its size is slightly higher than even Ethereum right now, so a lot of people talking about Cardano. Then again, Chainlink, Ethereum, Solana, in general the altcoin market, and you can check out each of the individual narrative, especially if you are focused on any particular industry such as gaming or are looking at airdrops. You can check out if using this wall what is happening at a 50,000 feet in the crypto market. So this is the last update. And now let's focus our attention to ADA. We have forecasted and we just talked about it last week, I believe, but I think that video caught a lot of attention, and that's why we wanted to create a new video specifically dedicated to ADA. And now you can see the overall crypto market still the free and greed at around 65. The market grew by 24 hours in the last 24 hours by 4.5%. Cardano is still the top in one of the top 10 cryptos by market cap above 17 billion. Price is at slightly under 50 cents. And then the growth over the last 7 days, there has been decline in about 19% decline in its price over the last 7 days. So that's where ADA is right now. And now in terms of our own forecast that we had created a while ago for ADA, that is in February 2024, middle of February 24. Our forecasts believe that if the crypto market stays neutral, in that scenario, ADA ADA's price forecast could be at a base case scenario. This is calculated by our machine learning model trained on weekly price action of ADA starting November 2017, and looking at one standard deviation confidence levels, which is at around covered 70% confidence interval, and the line in middle is the base case of our model, base case forecast of our model, and then the green zone is the bull case scenario forecasted by our model, and the yellow zone is the bear case. So the base case forecast by our model for ADA was for April was between 63 cents from April, that is 63 cents to all the way to about 95 cents. The price is currently below this base case scenario, that is slightly bearish, that is at around 50 cents. But if the base case holds true, the price action could see about a 2x from this current level. And if ADA goes bullish in full bullish mode, the price action for this year could see something between, at least between, will not go all the way to December because there has been some deviation. So between now and August, the bull case for ADA is at around $1, between $1.28 and about $3. So between $1.28 and $3. And if there were a wider pullback for in the market, the price action between now and August could be for ADA could be between 18 cents and 30 cents. So that's the USD forecast for ADA. Now we'll look at ADA as a retirement vehicle and its potential. We have three cases: the conservative case, the realistic case, and the optimistic case. The conservative case considers 8% growth in compound annual growth in ADA between now and 2040, and the purpose of this exercise is to look at how many ADA are needed to retire as a USD millionaire in ADA. So to shorten it up, to retire as a ADA millionaire. And then the axis in the red is the number of ADA tokens needed, and you can see if you want to only focus on the number of ADA tokens, you can toggle over here. All of the content is, by the way, free on the website, and you don't have to subscribe or sign up to it. So looking at the price of ADA right now, the price is at 49 cents, which is captured by our model, you can see. And then this is we consider 1 year growth as neutral. So if ADA is at 49 cents in 2025 as well, beginning of 2025 that is, and it grows at 8%, its price could see even mere 8% growth, which is ultra bear case for ADA, because cryptos, you can see, are much volatile and have much higher return than 8% annually annualized. So in that scenario, ADA's price action at 8% growth could be between from now to 2040 could be at between 49 cents and $1.56. And in that case, right now, the number of ADA tokens required to retire as a ADA millionaire is slightly higher than 2 million ADA tokens, because the price is slightly less than 50 cents. That means for being a USD millionaire in ADA, you would need slightly more than 2 million. So 2 million ADA tokens, if you hold or have or have, think of purchasing to retire as an ADA millionaire, the number of tokens needed today are around 2 million, slightly over. But you can see as the growth of ADA takes on, if it manages to be relevant in let's say in 2026, the number of tokens are at this extreme bear case for ADA at around 8% growth for year over year. You can see this number goes down significantly. And if you believe that your retirement is at around 2032, instead of 2 million, you would need slightly above 1.18 million ADA tokens. And if that goes down to about 2040, the number of ADA tokens at mere 8% growth would be at around 640,000 ADA tokens. So this is the bear case or conservative case. The realistic case is 15% growth, and all of these numbers, the 8%, 15%, and the last number, the 22%, is not a random number. They are we looked at Bitcoin's CAGR over the last 10 years, and we divided it by 5. For this bear case, Bitcoin grew by about 45% over the last 10 years. We divided by 5, which is like 1/5 of Bitcoin's growth, and then this is 1/3 of Bitcoin's growth, and the last one is half of Bitcoin's growth. So at 1/3 of Bitcoin's growth, that 15%, that is kind of like a realistic scenario. Although one could argue this is also a conservative approach, but then we are trying to forecast something for the next 15 years. We don't even know ADA would be a relevant crypto in the next 15 years. So that's why I thought about a lot before making a video about this. But what finally settled this for me is that even though ADA may or may not be a relevant crypto, holding ADA at certain time periods and then swapping it to a newer relevant crypto could also be a potential scenario. So no harm in making a video for or talking about this at this point in time. But again, none of this is financial advice. So at 15% CAGR, right now the number of ADA tokens again remain the same, but as the growth continues, you can see that in 2032, what at 8% CAGR, you would have needed 1.18 million ADA to be a ADA millionaire. That goes down to 750K almost, and that in 2040, that number, instead of 600,000, the number of ADA tokens needed to be an ADA millionaire would be at around less than 250K. So, and in terms of its price growth from 49 cents today to about $4, that's at 15% growth. ADA's price could be at around $4 in 2040, and in 2032, that price could be at around $1.13, even at 15% CAGR. So the last case, that is the optimistic case for ADA, as we talked about, is 22% growth rate. The price now growth from 49 cents to about $10, slightly under $10. So if you are waiting for $10 ADA, and if you believe in ADA and at half of Bitcoin's CAGR over the last 10 years, if you believe ADA would grow at 22%, then again the timeline for ADA to reach $10 with this 22% CAGR, if you believe that is a optimistic case, you can stick with this timeline. If you believe that ADA could grow much faster, you can have your own multiplier on top of this model. And now in terms of the ADA token that you need today are again 2 million, and then but what happens it with 22% CAGR, the number in 2032 is number of ADA tokens. It's not 1.18 million. It's not even 750K. It's slightly above 500K ADA tokens to be a uh, ADA millionaire in 2032. And in terms of its price in 2032 at 22% CAGR is at around slightly under $2. And last but not the least is the number of ADA tokens required to retire in 2040. At in optimistic case for ADA would be slightly above 100K ADA tokens. That is again something that I wanted to show. And before I continue with the last model, I'd like to share the number of or the amount of USD that you would need today to be a ADA millionaire in 2040. So at 8% scenario, if you believe that ADA would grow between now and 2040 at 8%, you'd need to be somewhere between 315K invested or potentially invested in ADA to be gaining that benefit of about the 8% CAGR year over year and reaching that millionaire status. But if you believe that in the realistic case, that number goes down from $315,000 to about 122,000. Today would be at around 1 million in 2040. And if you believe in the optimistic case, that goes down substantially now at around 50,000. So that from 50,000 USD today to a 1 million USD in 2040, that is again a 20x from the current prices or the current valuation of ADA. So now let's continue, and last but not the least is the MVRVZ based model. This is uh, the model which considers the current market value and then divides it, subtracts the realized value of the ADA tokens that are traded, and this divides it by the market value of and the standard deviation of the market value to see if ADA is overvalued or undervalued. During the overvaluation phases, the line in red is the MVRVZ score and the line in blue is the USD price of ADA. You can see during the overvaluation phases, like in December 2017, the MVRVZ score was above 1.7. In the last market, the MVRVZ score went above 7. That was a really bullish time for ADA. Right now, you can see starting April 2022, the zero line, the one which is in dark white color, that's the separator. Anything above this is overvalued technically, and anything below this is undervalued. ADA has been undervalued per this Z-score based model starting April 2022. You can see the corresponding price at that point was 91 cents. But even though this model would have said that ADA is undervalued at this time, that would not have stopped you from losing almost 50% or more than that when ADA's price declined from 79 cents to about 25 cents. So that's just a indicator, just a true or false type of flag. Not much to read on top of that, but as this MVRV score becomes more and more negative, at least this one line that I wanted to share is this 0.3 negative. So if the Z score is negative by 0.3, at that point the argument of ADA becoming closer to closer to bottoming out becomes more and more relevant. And if you are waiting for a macro bottom, then you can see that when the Z score was negative, more than negative 0.56, that's when you would have or negative 0.5, and that is the deep value zone for any accumulation strategies. So just wanted to leave you with that, and to summarize, ADA per hour model is still under this zero. So currently the valuation is 0.26, so it's undervalued. And again, the other summary is in terms of its retirement potential, 50,000 invested today at a 22% CAGR in 2040 would reach 1 million. Similarly, 122 at 15% would be at around 1 million. And in terms of its forecast for 2024, at a base case is between 65 cents and around 95 cents, and in terms of bull case is between $1 and $1.36 and $3 between now and August, and in terms of its bear case is between 18 cents and 30 cents as a bear case forecast for ADA. And hope you like this content. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, also give this video a like, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.